Right, so let's continue on resume. Much better. Right, for the resume, of course, to find a job, I could say that major is like 99% of uh, any company, all the companies need your resumes, for them to really suit you, to find whether you are suitable for that job or not. Okay, let's say the job vacancy is safety officer, so they want to know whether you really suit for that job or not. Okay, whether you have all the requirements needed for that job or not. Okay, but that's why it's really important to have a resume first, and the second one is it is very important to really put your attention, put your effort 100% when you are writing or when you are creating your resume. Make sure that your resume really represents yourself, really states what are your all your characters, all your education backgrounds, really states in really details. Okay, but of course you have to really smart to sort which one is important, which one is not, which one is really need to mention, which one is just ignored. So you have to really know how to do it, right? So first tips is you can find as many resumes available online, and then try to really think whether, okay, this is can be my resume as well. Can be, it cannot be my resume because it is not suitable. For example, project because one of the type is project based resume. As a fresh graduate, you cannot afford to have that kind of resumes, project based, because fresh graduate, you don't have any experience and you never deal with any projects. That's why you have to really choose which one is the best for you. Okay, all right. Okay, for the CV or resume, again, CV, curriculum vitae or resume, it is a persuasive summary because you want to persuade people, you want to persuade your future employers to choose you as the best applicants. Okay, right? So it is very important to have a very up-to-date resume so that it makes easier for you to take chance, to apply for any job available at any time. Doesn't mean that you, okay, for example, you already have a job. Okay, let's say you have already a job, and then you are very comfortable with that job, but then doesn't mean that you don't have to update your resume, okay, from time to time, because you never know what will happen, and then also you never know a better offer that you will get if you really have an updated resume. For example, after 2 years, if you have an updated resumes, okay, for example, suddenly one of your friends coming and then see you that, okay, there is a better job for you, and then of course if you have an updated resumes, it will give you advantage to take another job that is better for you. Go, you can just go for it, right? That's why, for example, me myself, I have like 10 years, more than 10 years experience in teaching, and then I always update my own resumes because I never know, maybe next year or maybe next month there will be another better opportunity for me to, maybe, mana tahu kan, UMT ajak saya join ke apa ke kan. So at least I have a chance to really reject. Okay kan, but sedap kan kita boleh reject offer instead of alamak aku tak boleh nak apply pun. Okay, that is a different situation, right? Alright, okay, so it is very important for you to write a clean professional look of resume. It's also an ego building experience. Okay, you have to have an ego in creating your resume, because you want to show them you are the best applicant. Okay, it is selling documents demonstrate your personal strengths, your capabilities, what you can do, and also what kind of person you are. Okay, whether you are very strong person, you are very determined, you are very responsible. So you have to make sure your resume represents yourself. Okay, all right. All right, and what the employers do with the resumes. Okay, what people do with your resumes. Okay, actually they will have your resumes, they will read, and they will decide whether they want to offer interview for you or not. Okay, that is important. If you don't have an interview offer for the interview, you never can really show who you are. Okay, on paper, yes. Okay, that's why at the beginning you have to really put 100% effort to write your resume, because based on that resume people will call you for an interview. Without that process, you will never have a job. Okay, you will never have a chance to have a job. That is important. Okay, letter and resume represents your work, your password, neatness, accuracy. So make sure there's minimize the errors in both documents. And interviewers usually reread your CV or resumes before the interviews, and also they submit your resumes to certain people for a certain department. Okay, for example, in one big whole companies, of course they have several departments, and then for the safety departments, as it is a safety job vacancy, so they will send your resumes to them, so that they give to the best people to really evaluate whether you are the best or not. Okay, all right. So we have types of resumes. How many types? 4 types, but in our chapter, in our subjects, we will only focus on 2: project resumes and chronological skills resumes. Okay, all right. For the project resumes, list all the projects, your responsibilities, any achievements. You have to really explain the project, make a summary of that project, what is your responsible, what you have done, and then what your achievements. So that is the project resumes. Dia tak kira macam bila, ataupun maybe kalau project base ni, you will list the biggest project first. Lepas tu dia depends on the projects. Project untuk 2020, okay, apa yang the best? 1, 2, 3. Project 2019, apa yang the best? 1, 2, 3. And then every single project you have to really explain or make a summary of it. Summary of the project, and also summary of your responsibilities. Okay, all right. Okay, let's go to chronological and skills resume. This is summarizing timeline. Okay, chronological and skills. Ini untuk saya ataupun untuk you is suitable lah untuk fresh graduate, kan? Okay, starting with the most recent events and going backwards in reverse chronology. For me, I will put like my experience lah, contoh kan. I will put RETI first, and then the RB Highcom, and then TUC, because that is the timeline for me. Okay, the letters and the second letters, the third letters, and everything. Okay, emphasize degrees, job titles, dates. It is actually the traditional one lah, traditional resume formats. So for you as well, dekat experience tu nanti you boleh buat chronological skills, kan. Contoh 2018 apa event yang you dah involve. Sebab for the fresh graduate, you tak ada experience, right? Kalau ada, adalah. Kalau tak ada, you have to put all the activities that you are involved in your universities or college. letak kat situ. Okay, we will discuss on this later lah. Alright. Okay, use chronological or CV or resume when your education and experience are logical preparation for the position. When education and experience, logical preparation is like the first requirement. Your education and experience is the first requirement for that job. Bukannya macam sijil ke apa ke, tak. Dia nak macam ada diploma ke, ada degree ke. So this is that's why for fresh graduate, chronological and skilled resume is suitable, right? If you have impressive job titles, offices and owners. Okay. Alright, guidelines for writing resumes. This is very important because it's always coming out in the examination, final examination. So be prepared for it. Okay. Put a little reading in this section. Okay. The length. Normally the length of a CV is 3 pages, not more than 3 pages. Written. Sorry. Emphasize the things that you are done. Relevant to the most relevant to the positions which you are applying. If let's say city officers, so what kind of relevant for that job? Maybe ada kan RETI kan offer banyak short course kan yang berkaitan dengan safety. So that is, put that. Okay. Show your superiority to other applicants and artisans. Okay. Provide evidence. In the details, provide evidence. Provide evidence to support your claims. If let's say you said that you acquire a certain cert, so put the evidence. Okay, put the evidence like put the maybe nombor sijil ke, bila ambil ke, that kind of ada nombor siri sijil tu ke. So you put support your claims and convince the reader. Tell how many people you trained or supervised, how much money you budgeted or raised. It is tak sangat lah. Describe the aspects of the job you did. So if you have done certain job, if you have a certain experience before you graduated, maybe you've done a part-time job, so you have to list it out, because somehow it will show the character of you, how hardworking are you, how maybe you have experience to have a job before. So it is extra points for you, extra points for them to take you as the best applicant. Okay. All right. For the writing styles, use phrases and sentence fragments. This means that you don't have to put full sentence. You just ambil or cakap ayat pendek sahaja, fragments sahaja. Okay. Complete sentence can, but it is also for to present information. Other than that, no. Please just use phases or fragments. Okay. Never use I in a CV or resumes. Me and my acceptable, but try to avoid that. Okay. Verbs of gerunds. For example, verb or gerund ni dia macam ada ing dekat belakang. Contoh, preparing documents. Preparing tu gerund. Making, sorting. Okay, what else? Drawing. So dia akan jadi gerund. So that kind of words can create a more dynamic image of you. Means that you have more skills. So verbs and gerunds. Okay, you can use a lot of verbs and gerunds in your resumes. Okay, let's go to layout, printing and paper. For the layout, fonts, spacing, you have to make sure it is attractive enough for your resumes. You cannot go too big, you cannot go too small, you cannot go too fancy. So try to look as many examples online. Okay, take advantage of different size of types. Not more than 3 fonts in one document. Okay, not more than 3 fonts. Okay, Perhaps maybe rules or thin lines can make it look professional. Okay, you can see in the online example how they create the resume to look very professional. They have sort of lines, sort of, you know, styles in that. Okay, print your resumes on laser print. Okay, laser printer, laser printer. Okay. White paper is standard, or you can choose a very pale kind of paper. Okay, but white paper is the best. All right, what to include in your resumes? So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have to make sure all the 7s included in your resumes. Personal details, career objective, education background, experience, honors and awards, activities, references. Okay, let's say you want to make it a very compact resume. You don't want to put a lot of things, but the most wajib lah. Personal details, education background, experience, and references. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yang ni kena wajib ada empat ni. For fresh graduates, these 4 must be included. You cannot tiba-tiba tak nak buat experience lah, contoh. Experience can be activities. It can combine for fresh graduate. Kalau for me, they're different. Experience is job experience. Activities is something that I do outside of my job. But for you, maybe you don't have the job experience. So experience can be activities as well. Meaning that what kind of activities that you have done in your college life, kan? So you boleh combine kat situ. So make sure at least you have 4. Personal details, education background, experience or activities, and references. Tapi kalau ada career objective, kalau ada honors and awards that you want to include it, katakanlah 4 flat in every semesters. So you memang ada dean's award kan? So you can include. If no, tak payah. Right? Okay. So let's go to one by one. Personal details. Use full name in big font size. Address, email, complete phone number. This is career objective. This is where you can put and then also you can ignore. But the best is you include it. Career objective statements should sound like the job description. Okay. Safety. No, safety. We call it as responsible to ensure safety being conducted in at any time, at anywhere. Okay, that is the career objective. Okay, you can this is one also you can see in all the example online. Keep your statement brief, 2 lines or 3 lines at most. So maybe we can I have activities later on career objective. Okay, so stay tuned. Education include information about your primary, secondary schools. Yang tu saya dah bagi example. Honors and awards. If you have, then you can include. Okay. But remember, if you have honors or if you have some awards, if you put in your resumes, it's can like catch your employer's eyes on it. So yeah, of course, once you have awards or honors, it shows that you are smart, at least. Kan? Dia akan menjadi extra points for you. Oh, budak ni bagus ni. Budak ni baik ni. Budak ni rajin ni. Okay. Experience. Include the following information of for each job you list. Okay. If you this is if you have a part-time job, for example. Okay. 3 bulan je ataupun 2 bulan je. But you can manipulate that experience to make it like, oh, this is the points where your employees want to take you. For example, you jadi tolong-tolong orang kat barang je dekat projek, kan? Tapi if you really smart to manipulate all the words, it can be very, very good for you. Okay, position or job title, maybe you can put the helpers for project. So bila walaupun helpers kan project, kalau helpers dia ada nama lain, contoh bukan helpers lah, I lupa dah apa nama dia, contoh lah. Tapi once you manipulate that experience and then show, because helpers dekat project, you must apply some safety procedures, and then you must be aware or familiar with all the safety procedures. So it shows that, okay, at least you know something, and then at least you already experience what it feels like in a project, in a site. Okay, all right. So give all the details, your responsibles, your dates of employment, organization, companies, the status, part-time or full-time, special responsibilities. Okay, so this is can be included in your okay, tengok dekat situ, include and relevant skills. You can say supervising people, budgeting, planning, persuading. This is all verbs and gerunds that I mentioned previously. Okay, verbs yang ada ing dekat belakang kan. So you can say supervising people, budgeting, planning, helping. Okay, it's give you extra points. Right, for the activities, as you can see, volunteer work. Okay, if you are member for any organization, so you can put, if you participate in any activities, choir, freshman orientation, so you can include that. Okay, participation in university, independent athletics, social clubs, so you can mention. And also if you are involved in religious organization, it is important if you are applying for any companies that related to something religion related job. Okay, and then the last but not least, is reference. When you list the reference, include at least one professors, one employer that can comment on your work. Okay, in skills resume, choose reference who can testify to your abilities in the most important skills areas. Let's say lah, you dah kerja sebagai safety officers and then you want to apply for another job. So in the reference, you have to include a staff that related to safety, so that people daripada company lain tu can really testify abilities. If you mention someone that not related in safety, people tak boleh nak comment on your job. Okay, that is why choose references who can testify your abilities. All right. Okay, I think that's all. All right. That is for the chapter 2. So as you can see that job application letter and resumes writing, it must be combined together. It cannot be a lone one. You cannot hence in resumes alone without job application letter. You cannot submit job application letter without resumes. It must be combined, two always. Okay, combined. You cannot send only one. It must be both. So that's why it is combined in one chapter, right? So hopefully that after this, you can write job application letter properly, and also you can prepare your own resumes. All right, I will give you the activities instruction later on. Bukan dalam video lah, saya akan tulis, okay? And then saya akan update the instruction for previous assignments on resume as well. Okay, thank you so much for listening and for watching. Whether you are watching or not, I don't care. Okay, make sure you watch. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Bye. Assalamualaikum.